The evening sun cast golden hues over the dusty village of Kiwumulo, where the scent of firewood lingered in the air. Under the great mango tree, children played while their elders sat on woven mats, sharing stories that had been passed down for generations. Among them was old Grandpa Jemba, his wrinkled hands resting on an ancient leather-bound Bible. This Bible had seen decades of hardship, joy, and divine interventions, but it held a mystery that only he knew. Jemba's grandson, Kato, sat beside him, his face eager with curiosity. The boy had always been drawn to his grandfather's stories, but today there was an urgency in his heart. Life had been hard since his father passed away. His mother toiled daily in the fields, yet there was never enough. The weight of their struggles pressed on his young shoulders, and he longed for a sign that things would get better. "Grandpa," Kato began hesitantly, "why do you always carry that Bible everywhere? It's so old, some pages are torn." Grandpa Jemba chuckled, his deep voice like a melody of wisdom. "Ah, my son, this Bible is older than even your father was. It has been my compass in life, but there is something special about it." Kato's eyes widened. "Something special?" Grandpa nodded and opened the fragile book. As he flipped through the pages, Kato noticed something odd, a missing page between the worn-out pages of the Book of Psalms. His small fingers traced the jagged edges where it had been removed. "What happened to this page, Grandpa?" Jemba sighed, his eyes gazing beyond the horizon as though peering into the past. "That page holds a secret, a testimony of God's faithfulness. Long ago, when I was a young man like you, I faced a storm that almost destroyed me." Kato leaned in, eager to hear more. "It was during the hardest drought this village had ever seen." Jemba continued. "Crops failed, animals died, and hunger walked among us like a cruel spirit. My father had passed away, and my mother and siblings looked to me for survival. Every day I prayed, but each day the sky remained empty of rain. One night, in my despair, I took this very Bible and ripped a page from it." Kato gasped. "Why would you do that, Grandpa?" Jemba smiled sadly. "I was angry, my child. I felt as though God had abandoned us. The page I tore out was Psalm 23. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. I felt that if God had truly been my shepherd, we would not be suffering." Kato's heart ached for his grandfather's younger self. But what happened next? "The next morning, something miraculous happened," Jemba said, his voice full of emotion. "A trader from another village came looking for my father, not knowing he had died. He had a debt to repay and brought a sack full of food, enough to last us through the drought. He said God had placed it in his heart to fulfill his promise that very day. In that moment, I realized my mistake. God had not abandoned us. His timing was simply different from mine." Kato sat in stunned silence. "So what did you do with the missing page?" Jemba chuckled. "I never replaced it. I wanted it to remain missing, as a reminder that even in the darkest moments, God is still working." Kato looked down at the old Bible with newfound reverence. "So even when things seem bad, we must still trust Him." Grandpa Jemba placed a gentle hand on his grandson's shoulder. "Yes, my child. Faith is not about seeing. It is about believing that even in the silence, God is moving." That night, Kato lay in bed, staring at the stars through the tiny gaps in their thatched roof. His heart felt lighter, his burdens less heavy. He now understood that though life would have its struggles, God's presence was always there, unseen but unwavering. And so, the old Bible with the missing page remained a testament to faith, reminding every generation that God's promises never fail, even when we cannot yet see them.